Let me bring the bat here. Sir Clive, I always wanted to be a cricketer. So I finally get to be at Lord's. I put on my whites, I'm ready to go. But why is I'm with this bat? So that you know that the CPL, the Caribbean Premier League, is going on right now in the Caribbean. There are going to be 7 games in Guyana starting on the 20th of September. So if you like some cricket carnival, I think it's time for you to come and see what it's like to celebrate cricket in a different form. Not in suit and tie like you do in London there, but also a lot of fun and excitement. But it's really glad to be here. I mean, Faisal I've known since as a kid. Before I start, I want to recognize my very dear uncle, Peter Ramsaroop, the author of Recycle, son of, I got the name right, but former executive of the National Health System here in England. And my president actually covered basically what I could have said, as much as I could have said. But one thing that I mean, if you think of Guyana, and you remember the Cinderella story, finally, the shoe has fit. If I can just answer it that way, the shoe is now fit. Guyana is no longer what you would have thought would have been. We hear the big numbers of growth, the big expectations. The 3 things that the president says that we will be known for, and anywhere in the world going forward, we will be known for. One is food security, and the High Commissioner mentioned a lot about that. Food security is going to be very important to the world. Guyana has some of the largest arable lands to grow, and that's why we want you in terms of agro-processing. I told the U.S. Ambassador a few weeks ago, I said, companies like Dole or Del Monte, I think is Irish, and have a few choices. Either they come to Guyana or they're going to be put out of business in the Caribbean, because we are looking for major producers of agro-processing in Guyana, canning, for example. So our energy cost is going to be much lower than what you're paying for here in Great Britain, right? It's going to be bringing the gas to shore. We're going to be producing 1.2 billion barrels of oil by 2027, and it's going to keep climbing after that. We're going to be in the ranks of the Kuwaits of the world in the near future. We have not even announced the monetization of gas and what that will bring to the future of our country. So while it may have taken Qatar or Dubai or Singapore 50 years, it may take Guyana 15. That's why you see all the messages tonight from everyone says, come now. Because if you're looking at that short period of time and you're looking at the level of development and growth that we're producing at, you've got to be there. The second part that the President talked about is climate security. The High Commissioner mentioned our forest is the size of England. It is worth $195 billion. So don't tell us not to take the oil out. We're a carbon sink. No matter what we do, we are going to be a low carbon development country. The President actually had a long conversation with Elon Musk the other day, and he said, well, why not produce the next electric car in Guyana, in a green economy? Why buy an electric car from Beijing, China, when you can produce it in Guyana? So our level of thinking has changed drastically. The manufacturing sector is going to be the next big wave of Guyana. The fact that we are bringing the gas to shore, it's almost on shore right now. We're building the new energy plant. The manufacturing cost is going to come down. So if you're in the manufacturing sector, that's what we're looking for from Great Britain. You know how to build and manage. Imagine you're not only selling, and one of the things that you need to understand, that the market is not about Guyana. Guyana, less than 1 million people. The market is CARICOM, 19.5 million people. The market is Latin America. We're right at the tip of South America. We have not exploited that relationship. We're going to be building a deep port that connects northern Brazil. Northern Brazil is one of the largest states in Brazil that is landlocked. As we build that port, the Panama ships can come into Guyana. So when you think of scalability, do not look at Guyana at the current role it is right now in terms of the production. And then the last one is energy security. I talked about what we can produce, 1.2 million barrels by 27, 11 billion barrels of reserve oil, and that is climbing every single day. So we're going to have the financial capacity. We are going to overheat in terms of people. No doubt about it. We need to increase the level of immigration coming into our country. We want to first, and every Guyanese in this room, I want to make one statement. The wealth of our country, the president said, is for every one of us, regardless of where you live. Your choice is how do you contribute back to your nation in whatever form. Doesn't mean you have to come back and live in Guyana, but be part of our development. Help us with the expertise. Sometimes both of us become arrogant. I had a great conversation last night. You know, how do we attract the diaspora back to Guyana? How do we encourage your knowledge to help us develop our country? And that's something we will continue to do. Lots more stories I can tell. I know I'll sit and have conversations with each of you. I've had some slides I will have with them share. If you put up the next slide. The opportunities are tremendous in Guyana. Every single region, we're developing it. Our president is visionary. He's like a Fortune 10 CEO. Everything he does is measurable, right? And the success, he said, in his first term and his second term is the wealth and prosperity of all Guyanese. But as an investor, I want to tell you, you bring your money into Guyana, you invest it, you're able to repatriate all your profits without any penalties, right? So you're not losing your money. You know, I know we would like you to keep your money in the country, but we understand business. Our government is very business friendly. You're there to make money. We understand you're there to make money. Our job is to make sure we enable you to make money. You treat our people right, pay your taxes, and everybody is happy. So when you think of why you should be coming to Guyana, why this whole event of BritCham and Faisal, and I must give credit to a chap named Katz Khan, Faisal's father, who is a founding member of many things in Guyana, including his company that he runs right now. We are people, we understand what the British has done for our country, whether it's good or whether it's bad. We have passed that stage. We believe in the relationship. We believe in democracy. We believe in all of the principles that you bring to the table. So welcome to Guyana, and I would love to go on and give you a lot of the details, but we'll have an opportunity when you come to speak with us. God bless you.